This video, we're going to take a look at moving an item from one PO to a different PO with that item being part of an order that it was ordered specifically for. So it's a back-ordered item that is on a PO that's linked to an order. We're going to move that to a different PO. So find the PO that you need to manipulate. When you go to line items, select the line item, expand down here. Notice this is tied to order 49457. So this has been ordered on this order, it's back ordered, and it's on this PO tied to this order. But I want to move this to a different PO. So I'm going to select move to another PO. And because it pops up with two different vendors, that means this part code has an alternate vendor tied to it. And so I'm going to select this PO is for Tech Data. I'm going to select, this PO is for Ingram. I'm going to select that I want to move it to Tech Data. So I'm going to click here. It's going to create a PO and add to it. The reason it defaulted to this because there aren't any unprocessed Tech Data POs. And so it's going to default to that. Now I could click this box if I want, and if you have any of this item that we're trying to order on a processed PO, but it is not allocated to anybody, it will then allocate this, so when it comes in, it will alert the person receiving that, hey, this is for this PO, for this sales order. I'm not going to collect that because I know that I have nothing on order right now, but you could if you want to. All right, so I'm going to move it to Tech Data. Now I'm going to hit transfer. Now it created a new PO to Tech Data. It moved this item onto here, and if you look, it kept the link to the order. So now when this is received, it's going to alert the receiver, hey, this is for this PO. For this sales order. So that did it for us all automatically. It kept the links, everything looks great. Let's go ahead and save this. And notice that it removed that item from this PO. So that's how I move it from one vendor, Ingram Micro in this example, to another vendor and another PO. Let's say I want to move it to a different PO, but I want to keep the same vendor. I can do the same process, expand line, move to another PO. I'm going to select the same vendor that I have, and it's going to add to existing, or I can click Create New PO and add to it. So we just created a brand new PO for this item. If we look at it, it kept the link to the order, but it's on a new PO, but to the same vendor. And that can happen quite often if you've got some items on a PO that you want to move, but you don't move everything to the same vendor. And so that created that for us. Let's save that. Now let's say we want to transfer an item to another PO, but this item doesn't have an alternate vendor. And you do want to transfer it to an alternate vendor. You can do that by visiting the item record right from the PO, alternate vendors, add a vendor, add your vendor in here. I would suggest putting their part code in, whatever their part code is. Put that in there. You can change it to be their cost as well, whatever that cost is. And now save, and save this. Now when you open that and you click on move to another vendor, now that does have an alternate vendor you can move to. And so now you can move that to a different PO and different vendor.